questions to that. Now, regarding the air transportation, of course, we don't see a lot of work where they don't do there. A lot of improvement where Madam Barrie himself don't do there. And also, we don't see we don't get more flights than where they come in to Sierra Leone. And also, we even get 2 more airlines than we're in discussions with. We very soon then say we'll go for come. Regarding the sea transportation, also the port, we don't see a lot of successes, but they get some challenges again regarding the sea and also maritime, where the DG and the ED then go talk about then they, but we don't make so many progress at them part than they. That's not the first part. The second thing where I do also, now that when His Excellency say we all for go and then sign a performance contract. So, myself been third and fit. You can imagine, we got all these incredible individuals them, who from part of the ministry. So, the task where His Excellency give me not go able for do them by myself. Myself get for break down that task then they to all then individuals there, within there, the colleagues them there, for make sure we do the right thing. And so then we get for come, then sign them performance contract. We, as His Excellency, they evaluate me. Now so myself, they evaluate each and every one of them for make sure say them perform and then do their job very well. Currently, Sierra Leone, we continue for excel, not just the transport sector, they excel, not just inside Sierra Leone, but also outside of Sierra Leone. Currently, the chancellorship of the Regional Maritime University, where it is Ghana, now we Sierra Leone, now we they head that university there as a chancellor, and me eventually they perform that role there as chancellor. The final point before me 1 minute end, now that I just want to use this opportunity for recognize 3 individuals them. I don't know if they're within this room. Then Mr. Amara Dumbuya, Mr. Joe Karimu, and Adams Seri, and Mr. Abubakar Koroma. If they can come forward here, please, to the media for let us just see them and recognize them. When I come up very fast. Fumble them. These 4 individuals that we will not see. These 4 individuals, I think Salon, they make are really proud for being a Sierra Leonean. These 4 individuals, then they work in the airport. We get bad people in way they try for pass bad things them at the airport. These individuals, then each one of them where you see, when I not go believe say, they offer money, not just leons, but dollars. Not just $100, $200, $5,000, $10,000, and even more. They offer unto each one of them at separate times. For let them go able for bribe them, for let them all show them, say, hey, then get them bad thing there how they pass with. When I not go believe, say, them 4 individuals there at 4 different times. They all refuse their money then they, and today, I'm proud for tell when I say, they refuse their money then they, and we're able to apprehend their individuals then they. Right now, then they're in court, so not able to do anything towards that. So, now then these Sierra Leoneans, when I see them, and when I love clap for them, they really do very well. So that's it. Thank you from me on side.
Okay. Wow. Not to always we can get we compatriots them for telling them thank you for their service. On behalf of the government of Salone, I want to join the minister for telling them we four compatriots and thank you for where they put Salone above all else. Then show say the country big pass we, and then puts the country above that they own 10,000 them before don't get it gonna house day for let people and smuggle drugs, people will get bad name, let things not go right at all. So, Mr. Minister, I also want to tell you thank you for one thing where you say and where you don't do, where you set example for all in a cabinet. That the performance contract, you know, the first minister will do that. We bring your team can together, you cascade the performance contract will be done signed, and as you know, I've been already asked at the copy from you on that side, because if somebody they do something excellently well, which you supposed to do, that for copy from them. So we serve now with ministry, we serve to adopt that same process table. Now you set the standard that you're the first person we do out. So this minister, an outstanding minister, and we tell you plenty thank you. Now, because the minister frame around land, air, and sea, in terms of the interventions, would they do the same thing? Would they start at the land? So would they cancel public transport? After they will go to road safety. Now they handle the land side. So would they give now 7 minutes each? And I see this this will timer by the way now not see the pilot. So now he say the ring, ding ding ding, the work ring. Yes, the ring. Now the noise with the candle. So I start with Mr. Ken Green for talk about, I think that one of the most popular sector right now in the country, the minister call it the iconic Waka Fine. Also we day on the question of public transport, especially in the metropolis, in Freetown and around, with now the status of this project. Also you day right now in your interventions and what people have to expect next. You get 7 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Make myself start firstly by thanking me able and supportive minister. We don't support me in most of the things and what they do. And also extend my gratitude firstly to His Excellency, the President, who appoint me and give me this challenge where we get. I want to go straight to public transport na Salone. Fambulem, since the inception of Sierra Leone Road SLRTC, Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation, in 1964, the transport sector not ever gets any authority where they regulate public transport. So when government received the 52 million grant, I will split some 50 million from the World Bank and 2 million as counterpart funding from the government of Sierra Leone. So in total, 52 million. Then decided for create this project, we will now all know about now, we're at the IROM project, Integrated Resilient Urban Mobility Project, we reside at the Ministry of Transport. This project beget 4 components them. One of the main components them, now before transform the Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation from an operator to a regulator. Because they realize say nobody know they regulate public transport in the entire country. And in addition to that, they also try for create the informal sector, then Poda, then Okada, this, they bring them together for formalize them, make them begin operate now like how SLRTCBD, so that they go get staff them, we go work, get pension, we go get paid leave, and all that kind of thing they. Because when we member in the informal sector, the Poda people them, not turn they take. If that Poda they wreck, you not get leave. Where you don't owe, if you don't they pay the eng Poda tete, where you not get pension. So this project see and fit. So in addition for transforming the Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation from operator, they handle the run bus, to a regulator, they want them where they tell them waiting them for do, how them for run the bus them, almost o'clock they for run the bus them, whose kind driver they forget, then decide they for form this way. So as a result of that, they enact the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority Act on the 24th of April last year, 2023. And in that act they repeal the Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation Act because we know government no one be operator and regulator at the same time. You know, be the player and the referee. So then as a result of that, we create the MTC, we are the Metro Transport Company. Now, other than get this company, it's fine for let people they understand and they today. What thing government do? It say, them people here who want to create so at the informal sector, they don't get nothing. Now, and today, it's today, then come back for tomorrow. Let we give them seed money. So government procure 50 boss them and give them people here at the informal sector at a 50% discount with no interest. Mark that. No interest whatsoever. 50%. So this worker find boss who na this so. Now government don't say we dey loan them people here where we don't bring together drivers union, Pura and Transport Owners Association, Passenger Welfare, Commercial Tricycle Association, all them people here we una know. Now they own worker fine, yeah? Now they get worker fine. Not to government get worker fine. Waiting government do, now for loan them, like seed money, make una self grab una trunk for una self, then una multiply and una grow. Now then the nine governments do. So remember, government give them, all them boss then they at a 50% discount with no interest whatsoever. So now then they don't they run boss. Waiting the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority to do, now for regulate them, because that is the way forward. If we are all member, and if we all get for be honest with yourself, the entire transport system be chaotic. All man they do what he feel for do. With what they plan, so now we not reach the it. We not reach the it. We want to make sure say now we own power. Where Parliament Kiwi with this act one mentioned to UNA for make sure say now we go advertise for routes them. Now we go make people transport bus operating committee them bid for the routes here, and Uda win the bid now and go drive na that route. So you not get chaos. So now that is a plan for do, and by the grace of God, when we reach there, all man you go see we able regulate them. Now we as the authority go now say to them, we want let you run this route for we. You for the run from 6 in the morning to 10, not to you they decide who stay you want run. Now the regulator they tell you. Now we go tell you say now this route here, now 50 bus they want today. Now we go tell you say now this kind driver they want. Now we go set the standard for the driver them. So we say you driver, if you not reach 21, you know drive you boss. If you don't pass 60, you no go ride you boss. If this driver, if he gets any criminal record, he no go with that. Before you employ this driver, if you don't pass in eye test. So we they put this standard. So waiting SLPTA, they do the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority, now for regulates them. Now we go set the schedule. We say now so you the run, we give them working timetable. And we they monitor, wait till they monitor you boss for don't clean before you pull an ado. The lights them for the work. The wiper, all then thing then they now part of the regulation. Then what we they do as an authority now for monitor compliance. So what we don't do in all of this? Before you do then kind of you for make sure say you get the enabling environment for make this kind of operation happen smoothly. So thank you. I know say people will get so much interest in worker fine. Yes, I will do one quick now. 2 more minutes. So in that process, we just make sure say before you get bus and move from point A to point B, they forget terminal. So now go realize in a Lumley, we don't build brand new terminal. When all the vehicles them go begin the operate from, so we pull another region to go junction so that they're not going to cause traffic congestion in that area there. We also make sure say this system for be cashless. So that you go buy your tickets before you and driver no go get anything for do with ticketing. Waiting with a plan for do this. Wait, I want let people know this. This na a pilot stage. Now pilot, waiting that they mean. Now land with the land. We not ever do this yet. I want let people understand and so mistakes are bound to happen. But what will they do now for learn from them mistake then they? So when we scale on to other corridors then they, we for them perfect time before we reach another stage day. And no say people are very, very much interested in this. Now, even when you go to a central bus station, we don't make sure say we do brand new toilets them for passengers them. So that when then if they wait for them transport, then get side for go east then safe. And make una remember how transport business be there before. You go na Eastern Police, people and the woman that they jump over window for go na bus. Wait to impress them, you don't do so. When you go na bus station, you go Calbatong, you see people then queue. Bus they take them, we they move over 500,000 people a month. The record day, regularly. Now massive, massive improvement na this sector. So me want to make people understand, one, say this bus, waka fine, not a government bus. Now Metro Transport Company, na in get waka fine. SLPTA, and by extension, the Ministry of Transport and Aviation, now regulate who they regulates them. Now we for tell them who's them and who's them for on. So I tell you now, thank you.
Waka fine also. So thank you very much, Acting DG. Me self get question they want to ask, but I go wait for the question round. But I'm really glad if we don't provide the clarity. Not all governments get waka fine at the headline Nande. Governments procure the bus, give a private company a very innovative strategy. Governments have get stake inside a private company, not so. But the private company, they operate independently, and the authority just they provide the regulation. The regulation includes the routes, includes operating hours, and ensuring that the system is conducive for me and you when they use the public transport. So that as citizens, you go enjoy use of public transport in the country. This is now part of the vision of His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio. And I just want to say one thing about this waka fine. We will start and I have a say, no go walk, routes maybe, this country not maybe. We just hear it again say, you see about 500,000 people on a monthly basis where they use the waka fine bus. That shows say, I can always say the people of this country are reasonable. When you put in place the right mechanisms, people and they appreciate them. And despite all the challenges that we don't get, it's still been a remarkable success. And I don't say you and the minister will talk about the plans they want to get for even continue for increase on that. But as we use the road, the bus, we want to know if we safe. Road safety. Reverend Smarts Senesi, give me an update on what will happen as it relates to safety of citizens. Because I find out, by the way, one of the biggest killers, in fact, I think the single largest killer of young people in this country, in their adolescence, most people don't know this, are transport accidents. It kills more Sierra Leoneans than anything else. Transport. So we have a huge issue. Talk about the mandates of your institution and what they do for address this problem.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. And I want to join my colleague for express with thanks to the Minister of Transport. We don't really help we forget a strategic direction in terms of the various sectors. The Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority been started 1996 as Sierra Leone Road Transport Authority. That's and then we just take some functions from the Sierra Leone Police. We've been they deal with traffic and other issues then relating to the road. But then in 1996, the government of Sierra Leone, through the Act of Parliament, being established an institution we then call the Sierra Leone Road Transport Authority. And we realized within that period, now that time they may get wordings, but the concentration now being mostly on license, driver's license, vehicle license, TVR, etc., etc. So in 2014, the government see am fit for move away a little bit, well, not move away, for extend we mandate for begin handle safety issues on the road. We know say safety now a very important tool where we need for make sure that the people of Sierra Leone are safe. Minister just tell we say between the ages of 15 to 24, now the third largest cause for death in this country. And from 15 to 30, now the fourth largest cause for death. So it means say traffic incidents, injuries, and also fatalities, now a very serious concern where governments don't look into, and we want to make sure say now a collective responsibility. The Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority now just the lead agency, not to them no more responsible for the safety. We get different players them in line with the UN Decade of Action. We give you 5 pillars. One of the pillars na road safety management, where you get a lead agency where na the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority. We're responsible for manage and coordinate other players them within the road transport sector. And then players there include the Sierra Leone Police, the insurance industry, the Ministry of Health, and many, many others where they deal with the lives of people on the road. And they also include ports, because now they carry the motor car in the country. We also include even the public transport them. They cut across different sectors. And we want for make we all know say, now we all business, for make sure say, we safe on the roads. You ain't a driver, you ain't a pedestrian. Pedestrian are the one way they walk out on the road. You for also be sure that you take care of yourself and you take care of the one way you drive. I tell you, I say the UN Decade of Action 2021 to 30, we just get 6 more years towards that. And it gets 5 major pillars. One of such is the road safety management, where set up the lead agency when SLRSA. Then you get the second one when safer roads. Then we know say SLRA responsible for make sure the roads are good. They make sure say the potholes they all be done. Plenty time people like misunderstand SLRA and SLRSA. And so they hit at SLRSA on certain things. But we responsibility mainly now for coordinate all the various sectors, all the various agencies where they deal with people. We also get safer vehicles. I think when the minister come in, he don't propose a bill where they get for go to parliament and cabinet. Because we get plenty old vehicles them, where they apply, we route them. And this they cause a lot of fatalities. Plenty people and they die where they're not supposed to die because of the kind of vehicles them where they use. And also the spare parts where they come into this country. We know say, you go Godrich Streets, you go buy brake pad, before you reach Shell company, it don't point. And so most transport, public transport, when they move on the highway, you find out saying they be stationary. And as a result of that, many accidents then don't they occur. So they move towards a situation we are in. We make sure all the sectors that were responsible, all the players them in the road sector, for take good action in terms of moving their own areas them for make we get a better system. And you and me for be a party to that. We need for no say, each and every one of we get a role for play with road safety. Not only the lead agency, but me, you. If you see that the driver don't drunk or you don't take drugs, they move people them. Try for stop them and not be a passenger inside that kind of vehicle because you they lost your life. Again, I want to encourage we all that we they do a lot. We don't seem for the move a little bit from the license. Not say this is a serious issue where don't they come up. 4 out of the 5 products them we don't privatize them. to a company PPP arrangement when I auto-spect. And then they deal with the vehicle license, the MOT, the TVR, etc. They deal basically with the driver's license. And one for ensure, say, going forward, I get very strong discussions with the Minister of Transport as to how we go we license them very secured and make them a way that anybody where they use the license go challenge any country where it travel go. And we also they move on trying to get the international driver's permit when a high standard one, and we hope that very soon that will come to fall. Again, I want to tell you now about the post-crash when the last pillar in the road safety UN Decade of Action. This pillar, they talk about how we will get emergency services. Okay. How we go get emergency services now the roads, the highways them. We don't establish two centers when are highway management centers, one on Mile 91 where they cover the southeast flank, and another within Agboroka where they cover the southeast going to the northeast going towards Chernor. So we expect that we will get 16 clinics them we go there on the way, working with the Ministry of Health, working with the National Emergency Medical Services, forget ambulance them, forget tow trucks them. We go make sure say then they service people them. Anytime there is an emergency, then go respond adequately. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. As soon as we try for provide una accurate, detailed, timely information, and we also want for do in a way that allow time for una ask question. Yes or no question for you, Reverend. This is a direct question. Right now, if somebody want license, able get license available, yes. Enough day and then get way for get some. Okay, good. And that's now one question and people let me get. Now with the transition, with the common at the land, but between the land and the water, the sector will connect with now the Ports and Habour Authority. Not so? And then they link these two particularly well. Before I give the mic to me on board, Mr. Bio, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you because recently you win a very prestigious award for excellence in the work we do. I see one article recently referred to you say, you don't institute a quiet revolution. You don't go about your business quietly, although we didn't say quiet, I said, you see this man a bluff man, he like bluff man, you know. But you work diligently and don't do a facelift. In fact, one of the comments they will get unprompted online, somebody say, you want to know who that they run the ports? We say because they see big transformation in the happen. This is an opportunity, the first time for this platform, for let you talk to people. And one, today will be some Port Authority no more. Now we don't add a body. So explain to people, start from here and inside the 7 minutes we get, the transition, some of the highlights, because I know say if we left this man now, one can give it. The man may not prepare 32 highlights of things that we get for can give it. We'll not give it all. But just for say he's done a lot. But within these 7 minutes, try for summarize and give people a state of play at the Salone Ports and Habour Authority. So go ahead.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Minister Bah. And then I want to the line with my colleagues and for thank the Minister of Transport. We really take a like to see that beyond water beyond that day because I can call her as how I feel like. You don't introduce me well, but you left well on that side. But we will left her for security reasons and go to the point because I get 7 minutes. So me and Yankuba Bio, the Director General of the Port, we get 13 years clean working experience at the port. I start my career at the port as logistics officer, tier of climb to the highest rank now at the port. And then now I come to the organizational profile. The organizational profile we mean say the port we established by an act of parliament 1964. We amend them 1991, 2002, 2006. So 2010, now they will take a big transformation role wherein they privatize the port to concessionaires them. Meaning government take a decision, says until we're not going to make money out of the port, and call private people who can take part to run the port. So we get two major concessionaires. Then we get one way in Bologna, FTL, and then NSBT. So Bologna then in charge of 100% containerized cargo, and then 20% of bulk and break bulk. And then you get NSBT on a British company, you get 80% bulk and break bulk. We get other companies there, we call LSS, ITS, Dangote, but because of the time, I'm not going to explain. Let me listen up, pull the mic here. And then also, I come straight now to the data then, because now one of the key indicators, the one there, we are set for myself as a target, so that I know whether I make progress, whether I develop the port, whether I increasing the volumes and all. So I use 2022 and 2023 data for show say yes clearly if I make progress. So I use 2022 and 2023 data for that know if I make progress. So one, the vessel traffic, we increase vessel traffic from 426 to 2022 and 2023 to 435. So meaning we increased by 9 vessels. Okay. With that one day, we come back again for the import TUs and then the export TUs. 2022, we import 61,000. And then 2023, we do 68. So total, where you put all of the, that one day from the 2022, from 2023, we make like 11% increment. So that then a big plus again for the government. And then with regards to the import metric tons, that are the bulk and break bulk again, we make increase of 9% again, when additional for the port. I can now again to the cargo handling operations at the port. 2022 and 2023 again with regards to import, we make like 3% increment, and then also for export again we get an increase of 27%. Waiting now, and they mean this one all. If you send out to monitor a figure, that means government make more money in terms of the revenue we collect at the port. Okay, then I don't explain. Say we concession the port to 2 major concessionaires them, and then with the reforms them we do. One part, the major reforms that we will do now for down on the turnaround time, meaning we vessel come in, we make sure we offload them, they go back. Because first time we vessel come in, they take up to there 2 to 3 weeks for let able offload container and then allow the vessel to go. Now at the time I see between 12 to 24 hours, 48 hours, we vessel come, we offload and container the day for let them go. Waiting that they mean so we use the RTG, when are they ship to shore cranes them, and the RTG them way they take container them, because for set up manually them they do them. So I go. Okay, the importance of SLPHA again, now the gateway to the economy. Like I say, 60 or 65% of the revenue government they use so far now with the generator. So I want to let the public know say again say the need for the support we instead of the pull it down. Pull down syndrome they really they not give opinion that much. Okay, I can out to some of the functions them. Like I make them very clear. Before 2010, they be referred to it as a service port. After 2010, we go to the landlord port. What port mean? All waiting the ports be they do before, or all waiting we call with them concessionaire that we they do. We get for do cargo handling, shore handling, stevedoring, towage, pilotage, scanning, weighbridge, CTN, examination, ferry, medical, and engineering. Nothing and the way now the ports are we say they do. But for reason best known to the government, they look at us and say, so government not make much from waiting the ports they do. They decide for like concessional or privatize them functions in there. So I gone through me achievement them. I don't say I get 2 minutes more. So I get a lot because I talked to the minister. I try for reduce them from 25 to down to 17. So where I take over the mantle in 2023, one part the biggest thing where I talk to my international partners, they say you act, they speak differently, and then you they do differently. Meaning we act, we state say we a service port, but we perform the role of landlord port. So first thing I do with the support of the minister and all, we end up for like enact the 1964 Act, 2023 Act. And then 24 hours pilotage, because that's some of the things that they're already able to grab the attention of international partners. We vessel come inside, you get for make sure see service as fast as possible and allow them for Lego. We do that and back again. We increase the vessel calls, like I explained, from 2022 to 2023, we increased them by 9%. How would that happen? Now because of the internet connectivity we try to do and all. As soon as remember,
something may happen at Guinea Port, so then get explosion. They not be ever feel say Salone will handle Guinea. We handle Guinea with peace. No wahala no be there. Now we be there handle Guinea. Then they also help for like add to we value. And then president in 5 game changers we be work on talk about recruitment or capacity building. So where I come, I look at and say yes, we get a lot of youth there within the streets who not get job. I begin for take 200 youth them where I give them permanent job. And then we move from paper-based to electronics. The one they would use for going to port, the another one they say, first a manual way that they take them, work out with paper, go out with paper. But when we take over, I make sure say one party they will ask me international partners, them say, we they put money for help for IAPH, International Port and Habour. There's no way we get them back. So the Director General of Ghana Port, Michael, he said, yes, that's true. So we ask for money, they will say, okay, now we want for go paperless. So then give you some money, they want 64,000 euro in a grant, so then give we implement system that we be say no more paper, because first they take paper work go in our room, so it creates the delay time. Then okay, then again, where I take over, I monitor my concessionaires them, and I realize say we concessionaires every day make money, and one party in the way they show me say yes, they make money, and we then declare dividend. Government get 20% share in the Bologna operation, so they declare $20 million dividend, where government get $4 million because of the 20% to get. And then we increase again the cargo transit. First year we take over and I've been 200, now we talk about 1,900. Waiting now and they mean the transit container they will go Guinea, Liberia and all, we don't increase them. And then we do Adepan do another expansion again, like I say, where I start my life in a port, I do one expansion where I be there as country procurement director for the region, where at 270 meters length, 13.5. Now me facilitator because I mean I be the head. And now, where I don't sit down back again, I do another expansion now where I can launch as the Director General of the port. We don't do 97%. I will go for Coluna, for Lona join with the launcher. Improve the cargo dwelling time at the port. All the system now don't put so, you see the trade facilitation will be very, very fast. Nobody need to hold on to container. If you get all your documents, then you can come, you clear. And then they say the one day way to go use them 2x4, clearing for the agency, you let them, because no sequence to go for cam. You will go use reputable clearing for the agent. You get all you document them. If you're able to clear your goods them before specific time. And then, as we all know, arise, I talk about bad occupancy, we don't reach up to 70%. Waiting now one day mean that the space so get at the port right now, we don't reach up to 70. So this 70 here now get allowance of 30. This 30 here now, if we watch at the projection where run from now to 2026, 2027, we will reach your limit. So what we do now through the Ministry of Transport, we sign up an agreement with Arise for let them do dry ports now, where that one is a very good thing that they can pull up with him. And then the final one now where I go end with now with the signing the agreement to sign again with Gento, because all the containers they will come out the wall, then they go for Morocco, Port of Tangier. And then if you look at them, because of we get natural harbor, vessel they look for the Rondon instead of the claim ill. So wait till until we say they engage we say well. Law we can use on our ports for law do that. So we end up signing an agreement with the Gento group of company for transshipment. Honorable Minister, I will stop here for now.
This now an example of when you give the right person the position, when you put young people and sometimes we're competent and qualified, you do get results. I think the Director General don't give you detailed with numbers, evidence of transformation. And it starts by establishing incompetence for the position, just for the avoidance of doubts. Because some people can think, say, because now by name, but in position, in years of working at the sector, and the excellence with which you don't carry the work where you do. For move from period of transition today, see up to 2 weeks to now then the target 24 hours, 48 hours. For move from paper-based way we know say now always a lead to corruption to now it don't go completely digital. And all the other things the way it don't mention. And I also want to just point out say the Arise Dry Ports Agreements. Now something we have been talking about now, yeah. Some of Unana, the 4th estates, been Canada say we don't discourage Arise don't left, we just don't sign a major agreement with Arise. She'll say this government, they think big picture. And I want to commend the Arise group of company as well for their commitments and for their work with we for continuing to expand the operation. Of course, we own Salon Board as well with the minister. We bring in people come. Mohamed Gentle Kamara, we INSEF, they establish as well for EPWI for become a major global ports, transit port, where we know say cabinets to approve, parliament as well to approve, operations to start. So thank you for all the terrific work you do, and also because, as I can say, you're a man, but we'll explain that new common here. Mr. Lansana, now we come to you for maritime, the Maritime Administration, about the water, state of operations. You said you get 7 minutes, sir. Go ahead, use that.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. I think I also want to join my colleagues in the first place. I think I've been at the last addition to the family. Myself joined the Ministry of Transport and Aviation very recently, but of course, like in the same capacity way my brother don't show. I want to thank the President, His Excellency, for where he thought I'm fit, for make I join the family. Then we have I don't come in about 3 weeks to 4 weeks. But I think it's a very dynamic sector, it's a very important one. And we serve the play with your part. Air, land, and sea. At the sea, we get Bokutin they put in place. In the first place, the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration became into being through an act of parliament when in 2000. Then fast forward in 2007, we've been, kind of amend that act there. But not to the only thing with the guide we now the maritime sector. We also get the Merchant Shipping Act, we that been created in 2003. But of course, in 2008, it been get an amendment. We also get the Maritime Zone Decree when I've been in 1996. That decree they established the maritime zones. So sometimes we can hear about it in continental shelf. Sometimes we can hear about economic, exclusive economic zones. So all the things and they are part of we own regulatory instruments then. But within the maritime domain, Sierra Leone, they operate as 1, a coastal state, as 2, flag state, 3, and then a port state. As a coastal state, now because we get a coast, we border with water them. Now that gives we the opportunity for operate as a coastal state. Then under that coastal state, we get responsibilities. Witness some of the responsibilities, we get for ensure safety of navigation and we water them. We all the work out, we see how then they try for put in place traffic light. If you go to other cities, you get traffic lights there. That traffic lights there, now in the guide, people them where they drive along the streets. So similarly within the maritime sector, we get aids to navigation. Then aids to navigation, now in the direct ship them and other vessels where they come now with water. Over the years, some people been used for know about lighthouse and other areas. We, my colleague, now then get authority over that. But of course, when we don't come into the new office, me and my executive director, we don't begin to engage. How we for work on the thing there, for make sure that we people them, and the vessels where they come to the country, navigate the water them accurately. We also maintain, of course, the aids to navigation, and we conduct search and rescue. Sometimes we can get distress calls when they say, so vessel don't go adrift, or so vessel don't become grounded, or so vessel don't capsize. So the work what they do in that area now that we they rescue people them. That rescue way we they do, na part of our mandate. We not get the right equipment them for do that one day, but definitely speaking, we get a few things them in place. We get rigid inflatable boats, we then call ribs. Then ribs and they would use them for rescue people at the sea. We also get through with partners UNDP and SL Marad. They be help we over the years and they be don't help with search and rescue boats. That search and rescue boats they would use them for save lives them at sea. So if the boat capsize or it go adrift or it go grounded, we always get them distress calls and they will come in and we get a competent team who they look into that. As a flag state, waiting qualifies Sierra Leone for be a flag state now that we self say we're not just a tap to coastal state. We get a port where they operate. So let we get the opportunity for the give flags to countries where they fly, we flag them. So we get over 560 vessels them where they fly Salon flag. And we get an institution where now the SL Marad, where now we International Ship Registry, where now they in charge of that. So alongside with them, we they conduct inspection, we they conduct assessment on the NTND, and we they give them, we flag for fly, then we flag then they. I just say enough time no day, but there is a lot to handle and there is a lot to talk about. As a port state, my colleague don't extensively talk about that, so I really not go into that. But countries where they wish for fly, we flag, we they give them, we flag, and we they monitor them. Countries where already get flags, what we they do now that, they give them certification for say you qualify for fly, we flag them now, along international waters. In terms of search and rescue, because I don't talk about that. In 10 years, talking about numbers, in 10 years, this is not the first year where we don't get more distress calls in this country past any other year. The figures now that we don't able to respond to over several incidents where we don't save lives of up to 929 survivors, and we also able to recover body them when about 8. So I think it's a very big thing, where you able to respond to the NTND and bring, survivors on ground, save their lives, and they save for the few incidents and ways until we not receive then calls and they in time. Wrecks now one thing we sometimes over the years ships they don't, go down, things that don't happen, accident don't happen. We also get our authority there for receive them wrecks done. In fact, my boss, now the chief receiver of wrecks. So where they receive the information and they will act on them. But currently as it is, we don't institute for carry on a survey for able to inform we about how many wrecks we really get now we water them. Because their wrecks then if person don't know there, then it travel, it then at the water, tendency they say you go run into the wreck and that go cause accident. Aids to navigation, I don't talk about that. Environment. Of course, we all see the environment. We're not the only one. Alongside, thank you so much. Yeah. All right. So we also work alongside with the Ministry of Environment and also Environment Protection Agency for make sure that we take care of the environment. So as I speak, we don't also review the oil spill contingency plan. When there's something we will tell we say if incident like this happen at sea, waiting we for do. Ratification of international conventions. These are statutory instruments, right? Well over 30 of them one day, we don't ratify all. The waiting up domesticate them. Domesticate means for actually bring them into we own laws them and they are binding at international level. So we all know they achieve all alone. We get partners with our international partners, we get local partners as well. SLPA partner, all my colleagues around the table, they are all stakeholders in that. But we also get other indigenous organizations with our partners. So what we have done so far, we don't start engagement with JICA, for instance. We all know about Japan. Japan, a completely island country. They get expertise time. So anyway, when follow-ups come, then we can go along with that. Thank you so much.
It's a man we just don't take 3 weeks na the place. How long you say you don't take? 3 to 4 weeks. Now in Sabiso, all team, they give all the detail there. You should see represent you their points. You're very intentional about people the way they put in their position here. I for tell Mr. Emmanuel Lansana plenty thanking a man we I don't know for many years, get very deep respect for as well. And I don't need saying a man way he take in work diligently. Because for somebody with 3 weeks in the sector, he able can a master so in the way that he do, and so I think he deserves a lot of commendation. I think Shakespeare and I say sometimes the things that we matter to we they serve the last. Now we they go to the air. So my sister, Madam Musayeroh Barrie, who that they know me no say, I get respect and admiration for the work where Madam Barrie they do at the civil aviation sector. I don't kind of hear a couple of times before. That be a very popular sector where they take over. Airports, plane issues, all kind of thing. But with poise and calm, a minister, they don't really work as well for stabilizer sector, for expand opportunities. Recently, he hosted major international engagements. He brings some of the major people around the world for show say President Bio in leadership and in vision. Would they continue for expand for let alone become an ideal destination? And the minister they may give you some announcements at that events and say more and more news they come. So today I hope say they can add some flesh to that tease news zone I've been giving the last time. But over to you, Madam DG, for the Sierra Leone Civil Aviation Authority, Madam Musayeroh Barrie.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. I think I'll go for start with thanking His Excellency for appointing the first female Director General of Civil Aviation, the way the country don't ever get. For me, it was a huge honor. And I go for inform we all for say, globally, there's only 10 of us, we're not women then, where they head the aviation space around the world. And Salone, we for be very proud for be one of the countries them we get a woman where they head that space day. Secondly, I go for inform we all for say globally, self don't give we. So we they under tight pressure. Honestly, where I take over the Civil Aviation Authority, I've been there before on this platform with you. I've been here for explain for you that similar to my brother at the ports, I don't been at the industry for over 11 years, 12 years at the airport. And I also want to say I come into an authority where been don't really set a strong foundation. So it been make me work somehow easier. I get to understand, say, outside of all the achievements and where we've been done make as a state in terms of with safety and with security ratings, we've been still get beaucoup challenges when it comes to flights, where it come for the recognition where the industry need really for growth. So we begin looking to those challenges. And one of the things then, the major things that we will be understand is, since 2008, Sierra Leone done day on the European safety list. Beaucoup people then they call on the blacklist. What that they mean is, any aircraft where register na Salone, where they fly the call sign of Sierra Leone, it banned from flying into the European and the UK airspaces. So one of the major things that I've been wanting to do, now for engage with the counterparts, them, now their regions, then they, for see how we go work together for pull we na that list. So we go begin get direct flights again to the US, to the UK, and we go reclaim we flag status. So about 4 months ago, my team, the technical team, we've been going to Brussels for engage the EU Safety Commission, and we've been there for land bopu. One of the major things where we've been taken away from there was that despite the improvements them, which they recognize, say we don't do in the areas of safety and security, they've been there for really explain to we for say, since 2008, Salone no ever register aircraft again. We not get any aircraft where they fly with call sign. So because of that, the regulatory body where really now the Civil Aviation Authority, the International Civil Aviation Organization they deal with when it comes to all aviation affairs. So they may for explain to we for say, at the moment, the capacity where they na the CAA, they're not able for see how we go able for issue waiting and call AOCs, that are air operator certificates, and how we go able for maintain an aircraft registry. So we say, okay, that is the problem. How do we find a solution? We've been careful agree with them for let we engage on a 6 to 8 months roadmap where we partners them. I think say some months ago when I witnessed say we've been get some guests from Italy, we come. the president of the Italian Civil Aviation and my counterpart DG, then been come Salon on we invitation, and then can sign a very important agreement with we, which was an MOU for technical assistance. Then not stop there. Where we go now Brussels for meet with the EU Safety Commission, then can with we. Then sit down with we, they explain to the commission for say yes, we don't partner with Sierra Leone. And we get every belief for say in the next 6 to 8 months, we they work with them for make sure Salon come on that list. And I'm very happy for inform una to say today, as we sit down, we don't open with registry for aircrafts. So as we are now, we they process 3 applications for AOCs, which means say for the first time since 2008, we go able to get an aircraft we register in Salon again. So that's one big news. I could just summarize quickly because this your time is very fast. Again, we really try for encourage connectivity. Where I take office, me and my team, we sit down and we say, what can we do as a regulator for make the environment more friendly for airlines and for CAM while maintaining compliance? So we end up for engage with a lot of different airlines. And as the Honorable Minister say, we happy for announce, say, we then at the final stages with 2 airlines where they can offer enhanced connectivity. We go connect Salon to Guinea, Liberia, Abidjan, and some of the other neighboring countries. We know, say right now, if we want to go any of them countries, then, especially Liberia, where they next door, we get for go 9 hours minimum through Accra or Lome before you come back down. So Dande, I believe, is a huge achievement for we as a state. You know they promote your country outside if you not sort out your issues indoors. So one of the major priorities for me, don't forget, for we strengthen the safety and security measures at the airport. And as the Honorable Minister been recognized, some of we Sierra Leonean colleagues with the work at the airport, we don't really get for issue some very hard and some very strict directives as a regulator for make sure we safety and security of people that when they pass through the airport, it come first. And I think just on a final note, we don't really work hard for increase the flight frequencies. Where I take office almost a year ago, next month go make me 1 year in office. We've been get a flight frequency of about 37, which means say every week you get flights then where they come 37 times a week. Right now, with the introduction of Ethiopia Airlines, our flight frequency is at 47 times a week. And I think say on a last note, I for make una know say, come October, Brussels Airlines, they increased their frequency from 3 times a week to 5 times a week. That means say our overall frequency, they go up to 50 times a week, which I believe is a big achievement for the sector, just in time. Permit me. We also, they work on, at this stage, a charter flight to the key destinations, mainly the UK. Like I've been explained, because we still get this issue with the blacklist, no flights they able come directly if they know they use their own base sign. So if you they see even with Brussels Airlines, if you they go London, pass them, pick you in London first, then go Brussels, when are their own home country, before they able come Salon. So at the moment we're looking at some charters. We go ease the traveling during the peak period. And we believe Sedande it will materialize within the next 2-3 months. While I have 1.5 minutes left, I go use me time for explain to una say that come 1st of October, we day about for embark on another crackdown, not only of traveling agencies, but for make sure we look at the pre-peak period planning at the airport. You know, regulator in work is not easy because not only for every organization where they work at that airport, but for every single individual. My brother, Ken Green, make a good point for say, where you not regulator, every single person, where they even work now you space, you get forget the conditions, you get forget the criteria. So Christmas they come, we all know say we get for busy, we fumble then get for come, but it not mean say we for compromise the safety and the security of that airport today. So we want let the public continue for bear with we will keep una updated, but every single directive where we issue now in the interest of public safety and security. So I've been one just hammer that point home. Thank you.
Wow. I'm glad the way, Minister, you make today, because if people lend in our oath sometimes, think they wonder what would they do. If the government they work for them. But I think say today you not go left with any doubt say governments get competent people, civil aviation, we na salary proud now we get the youngest in the world. 1 of 10 women in the entire world with the lead that sector there. This sector, a mixture, but a lot of young people as well. And the work couldn't they do, they talk for himself. Now here will come, people they argue about ticket price, about this, we tell them say ticket price a factor of many, many different variables, including the number of flights and where they come, the frequency, and other things. We don't see because of the work with the DJ and the minister they do from 37, with the chase 50, with the very good news now, say Brussels for filling some gap they will get, with they get additional. One big thing where all man they complain about now flying within the sub-region. Because then they're huge for open the markets, for let get access to the different opportunities where they happen in our region. All the one in the major transformation we don't happen in the aviation sector. Mr. Minister, for your leadership. Now, we get some questions that we don't count online. And they ask all together. And then, at the go round, if you get question there, this time we give you 2 minutes, follow your answer, then quick. Then we open up so that this always full up so today. The one they wake out question, then we'll get chance for asking questions. So I want to pay attention. So if you hear your own question, you get for answer inside that 2 minutes today. Okay? Mr. Minister, they want to know about the Sewa ground projects who say they done. That's a straightforward one. Somebody say, how will strengthen the maintenance culture? That's a general question for all, man. Somebody say, what's made the transport sector not the transform? But I don't understand that question. They na person just writes English no more. He say, he want to know how the condition of service don't improve with Port Authority, aviation, and with Waka Fine. So that in a question where the person may actually directs to the minister. So Mr. Minister, I just want to know how things don't improve, but I think we had already touched on the improvements in general. Madam, civil aviation, somebody say, if you get measures in place for track drug and human trafficking, and if data they show say they were they take place internally or externally, I think we just see say the minister showcase. By the way, the question I come before this press conference, so some of them they would already answer them, but make commitments to people and for encouraging that way you send your question, I read them. So I want to let more people with the same question. We get toll-free line at 818 by text. Any citizen can send in question, and we also get online platform for do that. But I want to coordinate with Standard Bureau for track the import of expired goods and substandard goods. Big issue this way. Anytime now they come up a lot, including in line with the recent disaster we were just seeing. Public transport. Waiting at the punishment for anybody where they use the corridor during the restricted hour, we're not supposed to use them. We get law them for punish the offender them. Why would they allow a betting company? By the way, but people don't ask about this. Say, when they allow gamble company for takeover, Waka Fine, and pool with green, white, and blue colors. I'm a minister for civic education, so myself care about this question as well. National symbols are important and should be used in national projects. So we're going to explain that, Mr. Waka Fine, Mr. Ken Green. Maritime. When we go adopt the MAPOL Convention into the local laws, Salon they suffer because of this. How you chancellorship, sir, Mr. Minister, now the Maritime University, the benefits with the people, and we to make we not get the university in a Salon. Now that you're not chancellor, then say if they bring the university camp. Road safety, who still will clear the together in the main area, there Abacha, Kisi Street, etc., for the free flow of pedestrians and vehicles. The other question is how transparent the regulation may be with opposing political views for bid for plight and this person back again. People and they are one they send the question. I'm not saying I create I get forget that in the English one wants me complex. But I think the question are of the regulations. Okay. What do they do? Let's start with road safety and then we can this way. So we'll start with you. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. They talk about trader.
You get 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Say you need for use all the 2 minutes. So if you're able to answer in 1 minute, the 2 minutes are the max. Yeah? Let's go.
Thank you very much. Again, road safety, we concern about each and every one where they use the roads, pedestrians as well as drivers, Okada riders. We will notice over the last few years, the Okada business don't escalate so much in the country that you get a good number of them where they on the streets. But together with the police, we be known demarcate the areas the way they come to town, when then for avoid the CBD, Central Business District. And also we get this challenge for traders, the way they move on the streets and they sell. But that mostly in a city council, they function, we work with them. And then beyond the tell we say when the Sarah grounds done, they will move the people them. With the hope say that could be done very soon. And we will try for find ways for make sure the roads then clear so that people then go able for the move from time to time. Thanks.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Ken Green.
Yes, so I go straight to the question on the advert because I think say it don't become topical then 2 days here. Quick one, the talk say why we pull the green, whites, and blue, and I'm not saying this with any form of arrogance. None law not day now this country we say power party boss them for being in green, whites, and blue. If you go to London, you know see the St. George's Cross flag the per London boss now red. If you go to Nigeria, you know see green, whites, and green, then get blue, then get yellow. If you go to New York, now yellow taxi, then you know see the stripes and stars. So what me they try for say is advertisement now a source of revenue for then authority. Yeah, it's legitimate. You will see them all over London, you go in America, you can the sub-region, it in Nigeria. So I just want to make that clear. So you talk of betting company. You understand? Even where they advertise and then see yeah. Pass one for be hypocrite to get casinos them, would they see how we not protest against them? From all small, would they see na them bad, you get jackpot. All na gambling with that. We get lottery, state lottery. Now we know it's not time. But it they tell you say bet responsibly now only after you don't pass 18. But the point what they try for make, nothing no wrong for you advertise on buses, and nothing no wrong for make you do them in other color. Now that's what I want to say with that. Maintenance culture, I want to make una know say every month we service them bus here in full. We don't do chat A, what you call chatting. We don't do chat B. The fourth one we depend so every month. For just service one bus, it costs you about 6,000 for just service one bus. And we do that. Waiting at the improvements we work a find on come. Then take safety into consideration. When you go na Sani Abacha, you dey see the barrier or them put say for let market 2 man and not come and take over there. But before we go on that side, may I just make this appeal because I 2 minutes I get. I want to fumble them, embrace this good thing we don't come. And members say this service we come. Now una yon. Make una not begin to bring this bring down syndrome per worker fine. Now una boss.
Yeah, the corridor punishment for people who use the corridor. Sorry, we'll get our clarity on that question. We'll give you 1 more minute for that.
Okay, thank you very much. And I will tell you within now parts of the things that we have been failed for address with challenges. Because in this business the corridors them for only the bosses them with the scheme. Unfortunately, the only way you go really do that is by enforcement. We are working on the enforcement strategy and want to do a collaborative one whereby we get the police, we get SLRA, we sister agency, even this SLRSA and city council. Also, we get control. You go get police, say you do this work here for 1 minute and don't call our other side. If we able to do that and we are looking for the resources, we go able to enforce. We say them police here now for this operation no more than day. Then SLRSA cops here now for this operation no more than day. When once we don't achieve that day, we go able to enforce. At the moment, that's now one of the major challenge, but we also they ask the public for support in this. Now a major challenge, enforcement, but we'll get there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. So on this question of the adverts, I just want to add quickly, Mr. Minister. Now, remember the foundation of this conversation. The boss, not a government boss. Government ain't buy them. It will be operated by a private company. That private company, the interest now for make money. And part of for make money, then they maximize every and all opportunity. So you self with the out there, we want for advertise, we want for dress the boss them. We welcome you, you go contact the boss. Whatever you want for see, as long as it meets the basic standards of public decency. Pay the money, then we'll give you the private company, we'll give you, we the government say they get money out of the. Now the case now the 8, 9 and the. Now basically now we follow continue for this. Minister, before you go, 2 more questions on camera I just want to add to you, docket. One concerning the Hastings Airport. Somebody said at the status of Hastings Airport. He say rumor they say government they plan for demolish about 1,000 them for make the Hastings Airport. Since you're Minister of Transport, you get any updates on this? Myself get some information on this issue, but I just want to give you a chance for responding. Let me say we'll talk about them after you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Honorable Minister. Now just go straight to the point then. The sewer grounds, the individual ask, say, what would they do, or what are the latest on sewer grounds? Sewer grounds, really, just for a start, not only they take a lead on sewer grounds. Sewer grounds are NACIT. However, I think a lot of improvement don't take place, and NACIT, they coordinate not just with we, but also they coordinate with the FCC, and but as they talk now, NACIT they can take a lead on that, and I believe say not too long from now we will hear from them as to waiting at the way forward. But they don't almost finish the structure, and they try to move the pedestrian, I mean the market woman then from Abacha Street to the sewer grounds. The second question the individual asks is, say, why transport sector not transforming? Well, I don't know, with everything we, all man don't say, yeah. If you say again, the transport sector not they transform, I don't really know, but we don't see. The land side waiting and waiting, they don't do, with then buses then there and everything, where they don't touch on, and the air as well, with sister waiting and waiting, don't say, and maritime and SLRSA and the rest. So I no need for waste too much time on that. Chancellorship, yes, you know, some of them institutions they are, just like where His Excellency, the President, he always they say, let we always they think big. You know, good salon, you go outside. You go any of their organizations then they, where you go and say, hey, na Ghanaian head the place. You go to the other side and say na Nigerian. You go to the other side and say na we go to the other side and say na Cameroonian. Why salon? Where we get competent individuals then for let them go ahead. Most of them places then they. Look Security Council. Before we come, all man they say, hey, salon, we now go Security Council, then they talk everything. By them in the ambassador. Today, something of the past. Look what you gain from that. So to the maritime, of course, that the same thing. Once we don't take over the mantle of leadership, we will continue for influence decisions. And of course, even now they try for arrange for let some of the young one them go now Ghana Day for let them go train. We're not going to bring the Maritime University here, because not to have them be established, and they try to establish them. This was over 15 or so years ago. In Ghana, they've been decided, so not going to bring cancer alone. But we'll continue for influence decisions them. The other person asked, he say, improvement in general with the worker fine and the port. Of course, Mr. Kengrindo addressed that. But you can imagine, would they move over 21,000 passengers there every blessed day? Not to talk about the cost. You pay 10 leons from Lumley, take them inside town. You know, so I'm not going to explain more the benefits they get from that. Hastings Airfield. Yes, anybody who say that they demolish 1,000 or 10,000 or 500 houses, not true at all. That the same, the usual bad press or fake news when they give around. Nothing. As far as we're concerned, for we, the military, being asked for let them go use the Hastings Airfield. And at that time, there are few challenges we been get because the runway, they don't get issues, and people they don't go, then just go build houses them just by the runway or waiting, and then get them land and they illegally. So of course, the few way they along that path, they now they no more than remove. I think just a few, just I think 2 or 3. So that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. I'm not going to ask you for add. Give me the mic. So on this side, please, since you work well. Yes, Madam Musayeroh, go ahead.
Thank you. I think, say, on the issue of drug detection and human trafficking, we've been on touch on them earlier. Just for giving a bit more information, you know, security issues are concerted efforts. So waiting the CAA, they work closely with the state security forces for, am I clear? We work closely with the state security forces whenever intelligence come. And we make sure that the measures where they in place at the airport, we amend them accordingly. So recently, those of you who don't travel through Lunge International Airport, we don't institute what we call 100% body search. That means, say, whether you activate the walk-through metal detector or not, the security staff will give you a 100% body search. And this was to complement the drug detection mechanism. Because we all know, say, drugs, not to metal. So people can hide them in various different places. And what we don't see from where we implement that measure is, we are apprehending people at the airport. One thing where UNAGO also sees, say, we don't issue various directives around even children, because we get foresee through intelligence systems that even children are being used to introduce illegal substances within the airport confines. The other key thing we want the public for no say, security measures not they only begin inside the terminal. From that main gate where you step into an airport premises, security and safety are a paramount issue. So unago see say even the amount of people then where we allow for go into the airport premises, we don't get for restrict them, because a lot of activity now the land side they begin. Now the people then they converge, now the people then they arrange. So I think we don't be very proactive and we don't get the success stories from that.
Thank you very much. Mr. Bio.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Minister, for the question. And the one way you say about condition of service for we staff them, I will clearly say we increase 40% across the board at the port, that are one, and then we create 100% medical for all staff them. And then the final one, the least salary, they are above the minimum wage. So let people not mix.
So ports now fine side for go.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
So the person now call me say, Mr. Bio na mi mano.
So let us not mix the idea of we one day we don't private, we give the business for do. Because quite recently we get an issue with the labor companies where the laborers in strike because of they not get better condition of service. And one thing I can always say to everybody is that the jewel of any institution now you staff. If you not take care of them, then definitely you will go into danger. So one thing where I always say, I left all the way from the village Saturday, I reach here Sunday, I make sure I solve. I tell them say they will pay the people, which they don't do. So condition of service at the port 100% okay. Then the other one, the relationship between we and Standard Bureau with regards to drug issues and how they catch
substandard goods.
Yes, substandard drugs. I think we get a very good relationship. So from the port of loading to the port of discharge, you get mechanisms and we'll put in place. From the port of loading, you get with the thing they call the CT and the cargo tracking note. So we get intel from the port of loading because we get a very good relationship with all ports around the world. Then you don't send tips say this one. So before they reach, we get all the parties. You get the ONS, you get the police, you get the CIS, everybody, they including the Standard Bureau. Where then they check the drugs, then they watch and I'll say, quite recently, we just catch another 20-feet container we come in. So we get a very good relationship. We, in a port where we apprehend, we hand them over to police, and then police and Standard Bureau, so it's up to them. So we get a very good relationship. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Lansana.
Thank you so much. Somebody asked about the MAPOL, which is simply prevention of marine pollution from ships. The MAPOL Convention, now one of the instruments and who they try for ratify. They don't ratify them, for just domesticate them. So we already get a marine pollution bill. We fine tune, and of course, after we fine tune that, they go be passed as a law, right? Then I just want to use this opportunity since I get 2 minutes for add two things. One of the things, and the one we Minister touched on briefly, in terms of human capital development, we President very passionate about. We, in line with the Regional Maritime University, we don't start STCW training, when our standards of training certification for watchmanship. We don't start that training day, and that training day we do them in line with the Regional Maritime University. And Massey Ship and NMA, they don't be one of we key clients them, where we train over 50 people in the first place to start with. But of course, that training day, I think that we will get for the, repeat year on year for make sure that we train more and more people. In fact, we get agreements for countries, for shipland, where they fly with flag. For that, we'll put about 2, at least people on each one of them one day. So it's a big opportunity for we. We don't start that training day, and we therefore make sure we, promote them and train more and more people. So if we fly, over 500 they fly with flag, that means over 1,000 jobs for people. So all what we have to do is conduct the basic training for them and make sure that as seafarers, they're able to work on the ship. And then the last one we are going to touch on also, now the fact that we'll be able to move from the blacklist to the grey list of the Paris MOU. And we not tap there, we make more and more effort for make we go na the white list.
So we need green now. Grey. So then we'll come out there. We need black. We don't go grey. Now we need for work hard for logo white. Okay. Okay. All right. Now na time for una follow na ask questions. I see the whole full up today. To your own way team up, we no get question. When I sit down, so I go see the one the way they be in. I want to see the question then first. Let's just reiterate the rule. The only star they will get na then the panel. Nobody know they can turn star na ya. When you come, a question you ask. Your name, your institution, and your question. Now I get time. 30 seconds. Now long time for I ask a question. We see past 30 seconds at the turn of my mic. Okay? Now, first rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the lady, 5 to the gentleman with the glasses, and 6. Since some 6 panelists, okay. So I do this round and then I come over. So okay, before that man they asking question, I just want to take this opportunity to recognize the presence of the distinguished permanent secretary for the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, Mr. Andrew Kamara. We now very newly appointed permanent secretary. I'm really excited for getting you as a partner, and I'm glad the way they are with me today. Yes, go ahead. Number 1.
My name is Amos. I report for Free Radio and Massey TV, and I direct my question to the Waka Fine Man. Several years we don't see for the private Puda and taxi, they went in the run. If now one for sit on front, if you make and 2 police, they hold them. But to the Waka Fine, after we don't get the capacity then at the seat, we see it packed full with people away team up. I want to know if that overloading process day is legal now in Sierra Leone when it comes to Waka Fine.
All right. Number 2. Would that be number 2 now, lady? Yes. Now let's make this fast. All man know your number. Quick.
My name is Fati RM Wisha Conte. Well, the minister...
Which institution?
Women's Voice newspaper.
Good.
The minister talk on the Hastings airfield, the demolition, the ongoing demolition where they happen around. And the people and still they complain say that they get harassment from the soldiers them. And also, I want to ask if any agreement there on compensation for the houses they where they don't demolish so far.
For the 2-3 houses where the minister say they don't go build middle of the airfield. All right. Okay. We'll go answer you. Number 3, go ahead.
Good afternoon. Me na Ibrahim Isaac Mansare. Please, Mr. Minister of Information and Civic Education, let's take this opportunity for present an award to Mr. Bio for its tremendous and outstanding contribution.
Lord
Please,
have
just
mercy.
give me 2 minutes. Do you have 2 minutes? Just give me 2 minutes while I present this award for its tremendous and outstanding contribution.
You, Mr. Bio, una dey pay.
Congratulations.
Una also dey pay for this.
This man is a great man at this country. We need to recognize him. Una snap ubo. Una salon on this. If you don't take the America, you will forget the salon.
Correct.
Congratulations for your tremendous and outstanding contribution in the maritime sector. For the honor way they honor Parliament as the Chief Executive Officer for Center on Parliamentary Operations and Functions. Congratulations. Mr. Minister, thank you.
Clear. You get for pay. Because una also na me mandate, so no problem. Clear. Yeah. You get question?
Yes. No question.
All right.
No question.
All right, give number 3. But thank you for that, and congratulations again, Mr. Bill.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes.
You know what to make I no mind with a man they do that day, because always sometimes na salon people want kaya for can set trap for incomping, for pull the other salon man down. Once in a while, let we celebrate the people who they do good things. It's a good thing. The man they do well, he understands it. The man they do well. Can I celebrate him? I'm very happy with that. So thank you for that. Go ahead.
Yeah. My name Mahmoud Silla from the Nature newspaper. I get 2 questions. One for the worker fireman when SL something. My
My name is Mr. Ken Green, but go on.
Okay, Mr. Ken Green. You say you deregulate public transport. I want to know if na only Wakafine they regulate or they regulate the poda them. Because taking into consideration, Laos we were then at the eastern.
You get 2 questions also.
Yes, sir.
You don't answer the one, 30 seconds undone. So go to the next one quick. We don't hear the question. Very clear.
Okay.
Number 2.
The second question to Maritime.
Yes.
One of you predecessor Maritime been signed an MOU with Njala University. I want to know the status of that MOU.
What's in the MOU with the boats?
Well, the MOU now for trained Sierra Leoneans on seafarer, something, stuff like that.
All right, okay. Thank you for that. So that will be number 3. So number 4, go ahead, madam.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is David Aspen Solomon. I report for Rise Radio 96.3 FM. My question to go to the DG for ports. Quickly, I want to make you just tell me some of the challenges where you face as at now, even though you don't explain some of the achievements and also given the growing concerns around climate change, waiting at the steps that you don't put forward for ensure environmentally stable practices within the ports. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Number 5 now.
Good afternoon, Emmanuel Mohammed Kamara, True Talk Radio. Mr. Ports Authority. Mr. Ports Authority, you earlier mentioned, say, when I get good relationship with Standard Bureau and other key partners on the port. But now we continually see records of the substandard products them all over the country. Some weeks back, Deputy Minister of Trade announced Naya said then catch some shop them where they said substandard product them. How comes?
See, so you want to explain how all the entire sector they work with, they come, do already they smuggle come or do already they make here nine for answer than day for we all? Oh, it's okay. We'll go ask Anandi. Yes, go ahead. Number 6.
Ibrahim Sarasisi, Voice of Salon Radio. And Reverend, you've been trying to talk about the safety aspect. And I want to give you updates of how many vehicles don't get accident and how many people don't die and how many vehicles on don't arrest for the year where they generate revenue for the country.
Okay, then the last question. This man a data he wants, right? He wants data on accidents, deaths, and all the pieces in this. So we get some very good questions. We'll take this around quickly, and depending on how good we do with this in terms of time, we will come back. Mr. Ken Green, let's start with you. A few questions. One, just the question of overcrowding. Now the boss, alleged overcrowding as both a safety issue, but also whether an legal issue. I think, say, around the world, we know, say, public transport get exception when it comes to regulation of space because it's seen as a public good. So, as I think you go Rob Moto Nande, and then whether you regulate your regulation they beyond waka fine and how you regulate public transports. The gentleman want to talk about what they see, put them as well. So I think that your question and any way you get. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, because this really the app for educate and sensitize the public as to what they do. In terms of overloading, I don't know what thing we mean by overloading, but make I say this to you. I know say beaucoup people they misunderstand standing as overloading. The total capacity of the bus now 70, 40 sitting and 30 standing. So may not see person then team up.
They say now
overload. Now that's not the actual capacity of the buses. Then declare.
So we pass 70, now you go to overload.
So beaucoup people they see people team up no more, you see the overload. The second one, now who do we regulate? Now we mandate. If I can get on our attention.
All right, hold on. Now, wait, you there for land. Go ahead, no worry, we'll give more.
We mandate now for regulate all public transport operator. All public transport operator. So whether na taxi, whether na keke, whether na Okada, once you're a public transport operator, that's not the mandate with Parliament give. We just come into effect last year and we start operation February. We just start with waka fine. But we want to show and say, gradually as we get the resources, we spread them and it's nationwide, not for just free tongue. I'll make that clear. But why is that I say I get 33 minutes? Waka fine. Waka fine don't bring employment, so not to just the service. The Metro Transport Company don't employ 135 people. And one know that if they bring traffic lights, they see. They see footbridge them where they address safety. Where you go see an Lumley, you go see an Jue, you see an ferry junction. So passenger them for use than they for cross. So it get beaucoup benefits them. So do ya? I want make una member. Let we embrace Waka Fine. Now we all service. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right on time. Mr. Biola, I come to you because I think say the next set of major questions then for you, then cancel. One, whether whose challenges are you face, and environmentally sustainable practices then at the ports. The one and then be your question. And then the one other question where somebody asked a broader question say, despite your good relationship with Standards Bureau, I want to know how come still substandard goods in the market where I think I want to make a point say whether this partnership is watertight enough and how would they do for enforce. But over to you, sir.
Thank you so very much, and I appreciate the questions. I want to use this opportunity to thank my brother who gave me this award. I don't know you, but we have to know yourself much. Yeah, thank you. And then with regards to the challenges, where we don't talk about. For we, now the port, we get major ones. I want to get this one clear, please. We get the maritime piracy, now the Gulf of Guinea. Now one part is in down the way they eat into the fabric of the maritime activities right now. Meaning, people they attack vessels them, and then they make them get like a long route for cancel. Because of that reason, we notice say that they burn more fuel and all. So that one part, the major challenge they now would get, and then the squatter would around the port area. That one day we don't work with ONSM for let the able pull squatters a day. Like with the honorable minister, they say so for Hastings Airfield, and so get them back again at port and they back off the perimeter fences them. So what they don't do now, they don't create a way where they're able to get a proper drainage for let would they able to control the water. But that notwithstanding, we don't get machines and now we're able to build water them where they come. And then the other work for do with container exiting the port, where we don't agree say that say after hours before container they exit the port. That one day back again, we don't review them, we don't sit down again with police and SLRS say we container ready for go out, therefore do the rest at the street. And then coming again to the environmental aspect, yeah, we just don't sign up another agreement with the IMO 2020 where they deal with low sulfur content. That's one environmental thing. Because vessels they say when they come in, they burn a lot of the one way this is not good for we air, that carbon monoxide. So because of this, why we don't sign this agreement here, Then we begin the whole vessels and wake up. The only difficulty they get now at the port reception facility, we also they engage with other contractors there because when you catch somebody, when you pull in fuel, you can forget outside the stock camp. So we enroll one a day as fast as possible. Then the other one where they talk about the relationship between and Standard Bureau. I make them very clear to now say most of the goods where they come inside the port, where they come inside the country, 98% they come through the port. But not to all the car who are the same as street using a port come out. They get other border areas and back again with the small goods them. We own precedent so don't set at the port is that we don't create office or Standard Bureau then at the port, where then they part of the clearance process. So for any examination what they do, Standard Bureau they did. Me as the landlord, I don't get the right for go show says this is expired or not expired. Standard Bureau they go test. So the only thing about they create the enabling environment for them for operate and then no say this is not expire one or not to expire one, then do the rest. Not to me on duty than it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Reverend, you get data for this man? You want to know data on accidents?
Thank
deaths?
you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. And the person will ask that question there. At the moment, we get a software way we try for work on, together with, supported by the World Bank and IROM, where we call Driver, when our data road incidents and verification evaluation reports. This is a software where they make sure, say, we get all information of incidents the way they occur, accidents and fatalities. But at the moment, we get different players the way they collect data on fatalities and serious injuries. So because of that, I'm not going to give you any data where might be different from what the police they give, what statistics they give. But when I've been talk this afternoon, I mentioned to Una say, between the ages of 15 and 24, now the third highest cause for death now this country. And 15 to 30 now the fourth highest after malaria and typhoid, etc. So we need for not say this is a very serious concern. And I want to give you information say in 2019, when the WHO been do the evaluation, they realized say we lost over $300 million as a result of the incidents there where they happen, where people and they die, people and they suffer serious injuries, then they become disabled, and something where we all put together and give we support because each and every one of we for be road safety heroes. Make we try we best. If you're not a driver, you know say they drive, drink carefully, and if you drink, not drive. If you drive, not drink. So that you not go kill the people them way they travel with. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Reverend. Would you do one more round on this side? Because I see we also, even though we don't move to 4, but I see we run out of time. So to do this, no. They call me over, so I don't come here. I don't come over here now. Now wait. This is here. Oh yes, you being asked question about July. Quickly. Use this mic. Yeah. Yes, sorry about that. Yeah.
Well, like I say, I just come, so but putting some few things and they will still not know it. I don't know about the MOU. However, I don't take you message home. I go check with my colleagues and we go take them up from there. So the status, of course, I don't know the status.
Excellent.
However, in terms of training, maritime trainings, they get standards. And we're highly regulated by the IMO, where they set the standards for most of the trainings. Minister talk about the Regional Maritime University where they Ghana. So we they work in partnership with them. Now we they do the STCW training. Anyone with them give you now like trainer with them get certification. We it train you give you certificate, it authentic you they work any side. The Jala MOU, whatever the status is, we can take them up from there later. Thank you.
All right. Also the Hastings question, another for dismissal. Very important. We'll continue to get additional information on this issue. We understand, say yes, the military, like the minister said, it's time for reclaim land where people let me don't go take we not belong to them. The one thing we get legitimate claim nobody, governments, military, nobody no get right for arrest, for harass a citizen. Government in job now for protect life and property, including your property where you get. So if anybody gets any major issue where you say, oh, this will get mechanisms them for let you report that issue, then I'm going to show you so the appropriate authorities then will take the right steps. As minister, I just engage with my colleagues. We will continue to find out more information on this issue. Myself just to get this information over the past few days, and with the dig deep, Ministry of Land say, oh no, not to them. But we understand saying that particularly the airfield, now the people let me go bill, and the military don't ask for use them for the upcoming ECOMO commission. And that field day, now one of the assets that we will need for reclaim. So yes, they don't ask some people for move, and the one that will go bill again. If you go bill, you also middle the field yourself, and then just care for pull you there. But there are steps that governments will make sure say it consistent with the law. Okay, let's see all the hand, and then I go do the appropriate. So I start with Pakamara Naina number 1, Musa Naina number 2. I want Oman or there. Una wait, no, hey, wait. No, don't corrupt me. Adea, we don't done here. Oh, so we don't go 1, Musa the number 2, the gentleman here the number 3 in the blue, gentleman here the number 4. Where the woman? Number 5, and that other woman the number 6. I don't see me a feminist. We can forgive access to more women. Go ahead.
Mohammed Kamara, The Watch, Sankara Media Hub. Mr. Minister, the last time we interviewed you, we promised, after the interview, you also could delegate all the functions to you people that also the office. We promised we will investigate, help you investigate. These are my investigation will come out. SLRE, for everyone whose household, you get 9 to 15 potholes. The main road is worst. And when strangers in the camp, it's a big shame to Sierra Leone. Waka fine. Mr. Minister, we hope Sierra Leoneans will pass the not going to change Mami Yoko to Radis Blue. This is a great slap to the nationalistic values of Sierra Leoneans. This man, Waka fine say, now the green, white, and blue, whether with national emblem, what we for be proud of, where we so with the toxin salon before self, then change that because of the breaches. How big a slap is. Mr. Minister, before the Canada, the public sector urge you, let it reverse and back. Make them put back on green, white, and blue. If not to that, Sierra Leone will go unrepresented. 2, we can find 2. We not still see the minister as a 8, the woman as 8, what I say, then they get for right them boss here. Number 3, and they put that before you say, the president, the outgoing president of the Sierra Leone Tribal Union talk say, will not fall apart in terms of percentages. 3, and they come to, well, when I was to investigate Mr. Yankuba Bio, all is well with you, sir, except that one. The people in the grumble about the escalation of prices per container. That's equally they contribute for hike the prices out there. You, sir, Maritime, sir, you took over the outgoing director of South Korea. Tell me something. You equally contribute to all the socio-economic problems in this country. Because when I say, when they dig the water much more deeper, for allow big ships to come, and that's about 18 months ago, has the feasibility studies been conducted?
All right. No. At some point, I get to stop you. You know, say, with you, I give you exceptional latitude. Now, the dean of all the journalists in here. Now, the only celebrity where they allow, other than the high table. Now, why they allow for ask question like that. So, I know let person see that example, Lele misunderstand. So, you say they go on. The rest of them are 30 seconds. Sharp. Musa, go ahead.
Okay. Musa Kamara, I'm your name. I work with Democracy Radio 98.1. My question for Yankuba Bio. What is the status of the Sarah Lighthouse and how you can describe them as boss na Salone Port Authority and to the Salone Maritime representative? How important the Sarah Lighthouse is in terms of protecting we water and the security of the citizens then? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Musa. Number 3, the gentleman in the blue.
Mena Bokari Kamara, I dey write for the Equity newspaper. This one are for the minister. And Mr. Minister, we get the Sierra Leone shipping company, and there is a law for say all MDAs for do clearing and forwarding with this company. But it seems as it need to happen. Why? And you not think say the government they lost because MDAs and they do with private entity. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, would they try for end this at 4:15? I want to apologize to the media house where they carry we live because we don't go longer than normal. Yes, go ahead.
Mina John Kelly Mara, I report for Daybreak newspaper. Mr. Smart Senesi.
Reverend Smart Senesi.
Reverend Smart Senesi.
Yes.
To pardon me, sir. 39 staff arrested by ACC Scorpion Squad. And also 103 staff terminated. What's in the Apple institution, sir? And also, second go to the Minister of Transportation, sir. Away fair price, they go up, sir. Transportation fare, they increase. Both fair price canon is
Daybreak, wait. I don't want to ask a question we will not give answer. 39 arrested now. SLRSA, and then 103 have been terminated. Okay, all right, go ahead. Yeah? Okay.
Second question, sir, to Minister of Transportation.
Yes.
Sir. And we fuel price they go up, transport fare increase. But we can't transport fare need decrease at all. Why make we fair price the canon need for transport fare in decreasement? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Next. Now the two ladies then quickly, and then we will wrap up.
Mina Isabella Stanley, the report for Voices Online TV. SLR, Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority. Do you
allow keep quiet, slow, listen to the question.
Red pump accidents they be frequently because the road very, very, very bad. Done for the Wilkins Road, they allow the vehicles then for past day. And people then they late for go work, picking they late for go school. So I don't know if you go feel like pick up buses. We go they pick people because by 10 bus they come all lonely for camp, you don't full. By 10 bus they come all bus station for go, you don't full. So people can they plenty in a Wilkins Road, they need to get transport.
All right, thank you very much. This is an issue we don't come up before. I see Mr. Shaka there as well. I know say the minister got something to say about you, but I'll get a minute for do that. May we go to the final question, then we will go on.
My name is Maria Mabundu, the report for News Times Daily. My question is that waiting the Mr. Isaac I don't do concerning the public transport where they use iron because some time ago understand say therefore change all them seats there where get iron where maybe accidents happen where they cause more damage. Wait to how far we don't go for change them seats then they for put onto another seat.
Iron seats then also?
Yes, it's
all right.
Public transport.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to apologize to Una way and not be able to get to as soon as I can see. Today we don't already go past 4 o'clock, we can on 3:30. And we still get for answer the question here. I tell you, thank you for the interest. I can encourage you now to send the question there online. If you send it online, you get a better chance for ask them. But if you get additional question, when a burning question, send them through we. I promise you I will get the answer and I will send them to you directly. Mr. Minister, I'll start with you this time. We get quite a few questions on the sector, but I know we get a couple of comments for make so I give chance for 2 minutes we get.
Yeah, so I will just do this one quickly. Famble them, I just want to let una look to una left. When I go see a gentleman who is sit down by the name of Mr. Hindulo Shaka, please stand up. This is not the gentleman really they behind this whole project. Neither the project coordinator, that World Bank money where they give out 52 million. Now the coordinator say that done. And now, because of that performance, the performance of the ministry, and also His Excellency President Bio's continuous support, the World Bank don't also give $74 million. We now together with others them back, get for manage that funding. So make una put our hands together for them. This Waka Fine project, everything I hand.
They make we Waka Fine. Correct, man. Thank you, Mr.
Then going to the questions, then quickly, somebody talk about the SLNSC, the 40%. It not be mentioned, but 40% indeed, then say them for Guy. And we day on them. Me and the head, the ED, I mean the GM, we don't send correspondence to some of the other ministries as well. Then they push them for let them go work with the SLNSC. So not only then, but even the mining companies and as well. Today I can assure you say Kinho, because of the pressure, Kinho now the ship through the SLNSC. So they can push for the others them as well for follow suit. But that act we currently don't review them. It don't go through cabinet. And the next step now for let go through parliament, we go give them more powers for push towards that direction. The other question on the fuel price, Mr. Ken Green will handle that.
All right, Mr. Ken Green, you get a few questions in here. One, now that if fuel they go up, transports they go up, where the fuel can down, they reflect in the transport fare. Then one of the questions then where you get, and then there was about the iron sits them as the regulator on a safety issue. Okay, so well, you talk on this fuel price if you get a comment for say on that, and then we will go over to the Reverend for go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Waiting don't they happen in this country. Now where people let the think say now fuel now the only cost we involve for operate public transport. So you think say as fuel go up so price for go up. If fuel can down, price for can down. Waiting a one make family note today. Fuel now just one of many variables them we involved in the operation of public transport. We know they talk about spare parts. Spare parts price not go down. We need to talk about tire. That person where they run in company, it gets staff them. We know they remember that. It gets rent for pay. It gets bills. Now the entire cost. Now you put the entire operating cost. Now you think of when you consider fair price. So what thing we do, I'm glad the way the Honorable Minister recognized the project's coordinator, Mr. Indolo Shaka. We sit down, say the way they be done the do them, is wrong because not to fuel no more day per the operating cost of motorcar. We look at all the other costs that were involved, including staff costs and administrative costs. Paper self we they buy, na cost for print. We look at all of that. Then before we factor the fear we want puts there and make sure say as it happens in international best practice, now only once a year you review fear. At the come, I'll let you listen this. But in that we put a ceiling where fuel in particular for heat and the floor where if I go below before it trigger a review. We say fuel at this moment was 28 leons 50 cents. If we go past 35 leons, then apart from all the other variables that that for being enough for trigger a review. Again, so for make we see if we put price up. Again, if you go beyond that floor, they win at 25 leons. That's for be another trigger for cause we for review fuel price. But in not reach, in not past the ciliate,
it's still
not
there
go below
within
the floor.
the bracket.
It there within all the variables there where we factor into setting that fear.
Okay,
And
Mr.
if
Ken,
that's-
sorry, but I forgot you.
Okay,
Time.
thank you.
So, Reverend Smart Tennessee, you get a couple of questions. One about the portals, iron seats, but also this question: what's in the happen at your institution with regards to allegations of corruption, arrest, and things like that?
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. somebody asked about the potholes. That's one not we responsibility actually. Even though we they contribute to the road maintenance fund, just last year we been hand over to road maintenance fund over 10 billion leons. We are 10 million leons, the new notes. And the reason for that now for making them they take care of the signages and also maintenance on the roads. But however, one for make we know say this year, the way the rain for them in this country, it seriously embarrassed them. And them don't, if they go around town, you will notice a lot of traffic because they don't try they do some maintenance now that the rain is.
We'll get them for Kanaya, so let's focus on your area now.
Next, we get somebody talk about 39 staff with arrests. Yes, of course, we get an integration with the National Revenue Authority for make we they collect income tax and circulation fee. But some of them staff we notice say them play some fraudulent activities. And since His Excellency, we don't tell we say we not for condone corruption. And so you notice say anti-corruption be get for coming in, and then they on the investigation. Somebody also mentioned say 103 staff terminated or dismissed. I'm not sure on SLRSA. Of course, 2 years ago, we've been dismissed and terminate some of the staff them, but that not be even reached 15. We've been involved in fake driver's license. Because we believe in zero tolerance to corruption, we've been careful investigate and even been bring camp anti-corruption. Some of them staff we've been dismissed them, but not up to even 15.
All right.
Then red pump accidents.
Again, one
red
moment.
pump accidents, are not to get information about that.
Well, it just they call attention, say, pay attention. That was not a question. Say, one for just pay attention to get.
Now the metal seats, we get regulations where they talk about that, and we they go after them vehicles today where they run and still get metal seats. We don't do regulation that no seats that this country, not for they carry metal seats. So we they after them now, and we know say some of them, they na corners them way around Freetown. We don't they prohibit a good number of them, and we hope say that's going to be resolved.
All right. Thank you very much. Like answer the waterman then quickly. There's a question on Sarah Lighthouse. Very important. The importance of Sarah Lighthouse and what you do about that. And I think for you, Mr. Bio, within Nayabing also say there's escalation of prices per container. So while you comment on that, with you, yeah.
Thank you so very much. And at the talk on the escalation of prices, I wish me uncle or me daddy can able get evidences and follow able know exactly waiting the increase. Because from 1996, we no increase with tariff at all port. And one party thing and able to try for push now to the minister so that the minister will make law increase with tariff. And then secondly, I explained to her and say one part the biggest challenge now what they get now all over the world now the Gulf of Guinea. Because of the piracy and all that they go on now, they get a long route. Even China, if you don't use for same container they for $4,000, now they take about $12,000. So it is beyond our own control. We don't get control over it. Yeah. And tax, the one who collect tax and customs not add single cent yet up to now. Until and unless I wait again for you, evidence is them, then I can able. But as far as we're concerned, everything remains the same.
All right, the state of Sarah Lighthouse.
State of Sarah Lighthouse. So I want to thank the minister again, Honorable Alaji Fanday Turay, because Sarah Lighthouse fight now be fight way may not be easy for the port. Because we get squatters, the people that will go sit on the way for pull them. We did for over 3 years with the feds they wanted to for come on. Unfortunately for them, they don't get any document, but they still a good accord that they can go and all. Way to be enough for do now, we end up for pull and get ownership of we property back. And then, secondly, what we do, we make sure say we get to staff them presence now in our lighthouse, the pilots them, as well as the security, then after them secure the place. We don't pan, we don't fence it all over there. And then near lighthouse that day we get to staff quarters them. So what we do now, we tell the staff them now say, you with the lighthouse, if you're not security now, so for let nobody know go again for go take everything. And then now it's to navigation. The 8 zone navigation meaning that the lights the day for like vessels the way they come for let the able use. For far too long, that thing they be don't go down. And not to tell way if you say na easy money for replace. So we don't they work with UNDP again. UNDP we don't see say that they support we but still wait for the support for law able get the lighthouse working. But as it is now, we not get the money. But that notwithstanding, where we talk about modernization, we get the AIS system, the automatic identification system, wherein any sign now you use them for lady able no vessels that they come in. So the coordination and they would use with technology, we phone them and all that thing for like communicate with the lighthouse. Like I say, we just don't take over lighthouse back. We still get processes that they put in place and all. We don't live again with SLMA because we want for the SLMA back again occupy the lighthouse. We'll all this together and do one work. Yeah.
Thank
you,
sir.
We still go get back to now. Thank you.
Yes, I think same question, how important it is.
Yes, so my
Just
brother
quickly,
don't extensively talk about the lighthouse. The lighthouse very important. Again, like we say, aids to navigation. Lighthouse now one of the key areas and way important in the aids to navigation. Apart from that, we'll get buoys and other things. And so we also do work on that. We don't engage them before. We been even get a plan for visiting together. But I think when me ED come back, we'll forget a chance there for doing. There's a lot going on there. Like I say, if we don't go down, but together, then get the facility, together with the support of the minister, we will go there again and take it up from there. You may ask 2 questions, but you'll be very fast because time may beat you. I don't know.
Maintaining. No, the other one was about.
Talk about predecessor.
What's your predecessor been do for attract? I think he say for puts the flag down for attract boats them for cans alone or shipping that. For increase. Okay, well, until this man saying just came 3 weeks ago.
So yes, would they work with the UK Hydrographic Office? Okay. So they work with them also. Then get for even coming country very shortly. We don't retain them as we charting authority. So there is a work going on there.
Mr. Emmanuel Lansana from the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration. Mr. Yankuba Bio from Sierra Leone Ports and Habour Authority, Madam Musayeroh Barrie from the Sierra Leone Civil Aviation Authority, Reverend Smart K. Senesi, we come out from the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority, and of course, Mr. Ken Green, we come out from the Public Transport Authority. Honorable Minister Alhaji, retired Colonel Fanday Turay, Deputy Minister Abdelaziz Bawo, all members of the Fourth Estate, it's been a fantastic conversation. And for congratulate the Minister for leadership, and for congratulate me brother them and my sister. Una make me as a Salone person proud. That's things in the happen in this country, not just Una, but Una team, Mr. Shaka there, as he say ports. Some of the ports, they're always a one. Some of me comrades and sit under. But all the rest of the team, them, the work owner they do. This na sign say the vision of His Excellency President Bio, they in very competent hands. And I want to encourage other ministries as well for take and follow this lead. Let's go in depth sometimes into one particular ministry and look at every single angle. Because even in this conversation, we see the connection. To all the media partners that we make this happen now for telling plenty. Thank you to the people in our salon. We don't patience with we even as we go past the time for following live until we meet again next week. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes,